Good morning, my beautiful students. I hope you are healthy today. I hope you're happy today. And I hope that you've accepted the reality that our learning and our situation is going to be virtual, as is most of your life for the next few weeks. And I hope that you are practicing social distancing, washing your hands, and not living in fear, rather in living in opportunity, living in gratitude that you get to spend this time with your families. And I hope that you miss me as much as I miss you. I want to be able to give you examples and some guidance on the activities that I'm asking you to complete. So I wanted to talk a little bit about how you're going to create your gorilla today. So if you remember from last week, we were talking about Punnett Squares. So Punnett Squares basically means when we cross two parents, depending on their alleles, if they're dominant or recessive, we can get four possible children or four possible phenotypes based on the genes, the genotypes. So let's take a look at this gorilla. So the first step is to actually perform the genetic cross. So we take a look at it and we say, okay, we have two parents that are both homozygous dominant, which means they have capital alleles that are the same. So we press this button here, and we have two capital E's on the top and two capital E's on the side. Now, when we mix, we get four possible children with all of the same genotype. They're all the same. The genotype is capital E, capital E. What's the genotype? Okay. When we look at capitals, if you just have one, in this case we have two, but if you just have one, you're going to get a dominant trait. So that dominant trait, when we look at what is capital E, oh, okay, well, it's one I, right? So I'm going to take this one I, and I'm going to say, okay, this means this kid will have one eye. They all have the same phenotypes physically, right? Let's check to see if we're right. Perfect. So now I can choose which square I want the gorilla to have, but in this case, they're all the same. So I'm going to say, okay, this gorilla has one eye. All right. And then I go back to my lab sheet and I say, the genotype is capital E, capital E. The phenotype, which means what does that physically express itself as? One eye. Are we good there? Let's go back. We did eyes, let's do ears. In this case, we have this genetic cross, which is a parent that's homozygous dominant, just like the last time, but now the dominant trait is elephant ears. And then we have a heterozygous parent, which means one capital, one lowercase, a dominant and a recessive. So let's perform the cross. So we have dominant homozygous, and then we have heterozygous. Now, when they mix together, you're going to have these possibilities. You're going to see we have two children that could be have the dominant trait, homozygous dominant. And actually, two children have the dominant trait as well. Because remember, you only need one capital because it dominates over the recessive. So if you have only one capital, you're going to have the dominant trait, which is elephant ears in all of these cases. They're all elephant ears, right? Okay, let's check it. Perfect. It doesn't really matter which one I choose in this case. Let's just say I do this one just so I can show you. If you're heterozygous for anything, you're going to have that dominant trait, right? Here we go. If you're heterozygous, just one capital R is going to give you the dominant trait of elephant ears. Let's do one more because I think 3 examples. By the third time, hopefully, you'll get it. Okay, let's look at the nose. Okay, here, check this out. I'm so glad this is the example. You have 2 parents that are homozygous for the recessive trait. The recessive trait would be a dog nose. So what kind of child do you think that they're going to create? Are they going to create a child that could possibly have a pig nose? No, right? They don't have the genotype for that. So you have all these lowercase alleles. One parent has a dog nose. The other parent has a dog nose. So what kind of kids are you going to have? 100% of your kids are going to have what? A dog nose, right? Now, in order to have a dog nose, you have to have 2 lowercase alleles. So let's check to see if we're right. We are, and boom, the dog nose. You missed me yet? So here we go. We have 2 lowercase alleles would give me the recessive trait of a dog nose. All right, so you're going to finish this up on your own. And again, you probably, excuse me, all this stuff, you're going to have, in fact, different results than I am. So don't try and copy me, okay? Do your own thing, but use your understanding to fill out this chart. Okay. Another thing I want to say is last week, there's a lot of people behind. So last week, Monday, I assigned vocab. You need to finish that. One more thing I want to say is every morning between 8 and 9 o'clock, okay, I'm going to be posting the warm-up and the assignment. I need you to answer the question. The question will be based on a video. Just think about it like it's a warm-up in your notebook. And that warm-up will also help you answer your vocabulary questions too. So we had a warm-up. We had a Desmos. I did post the answers to that Desmos. You need to go back and you need to fix those answers. There was an ed puzzle. A lot of you did that. If you haven't done it, you still need to do that ed puzzle. And then also the quizzes assignment from last week. This week we'll be finishing up genetics. So just be on the lookout. We will have a quiz this week as well. All right. Have a great day. I miss you. I love you and hope you're well. Okay. Bye-bye.